I'm wondering who just pulled up in my driveway. As soon as I hit go live. As soon as I hit go live, who the hell pulled up in my driveway? I live in the country. Nobody pulls up in our driveway. Actually, I'm waiting on some packages, so if they knock on the door, I have to answer the door because... Oh, no knock. Okay. So we bought a X-Tool laser, and I'm really excited about it, but all the pieces are coming today. So I had to take the day off work. So here, well, kind of. Ashley's there. And anyways, good morning, Carol. How are you this morning? So I've been on in a while, and that's okay. I'm regrouping, and we did an expo this weekend, an oddities fair. That was a lot of fun. Good morning, Kathy. So I am regrouping and getting things back together. I announced 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, well, maybe closer to a month ago, that we were closing the My Mystical Life membership. It doesn't mean we're disappearing. It just means we are changing the way we do some things, and I am going to do some self-care. So that is just what it means, and we're just kind of changing the way we come online. So if you're a member and you hadn't heard that news yet, next Monday is our final class, and that is just a discussion class where we are getting together and have fun. It doesn't mean we're less community. Dang it, I didn't go live to My Mystical Life. I can't stand it when it drops something. It just means that we are going to continue doing the fun things, and I'm going to take some of the work out of my schedule because I do a lot of different things in the background. Anyhow, okay, so let's do some free readings. I would appreciate it if you guys could share to a group that is relevant to you, or if you could, invite a friend. There we go. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. I love you. Good morning. All right, so here we go. Give me a whoop whoop if you're still here. People come and go into feeds all the time. So I just want to make sure you're still here before I call your name and start doing a reading for nobody. Not nobody, just nobody that they don't happen to be in the room at that moment. That's it, right? Okay. But I haven't been on in about 3 weeks. Does not affect the algorithm well, I can tell you that. They get really picky. And it just did not go to My Mystical Life Facebook page, which is annoying. So Carol A. This card is about patience. Some of the things you've set your goals on in life may not feel as if they've manifested the way you want them. Oh, that's important. The way you want them, or as quickly as you want them. Hi, Doc Walls. How are you? And I love these cards. These are the Jody Bergsma Spirit of the Animal cards. They always have such an incredibly soft and loving message. And not always do we need that, right? If I feel like you need to be cut off at the knees, I will pull from the tarot. But they're talking about your patience level. Good morning, Renee. How are you? Good morning. And so, Carol, they're talking about be patient and do not instruct the universe on how to bring things to you. That's a big deal when we're like, okay, I want this. And of course, we never ask for what we need. We always ask for what we want. I want this, and this is the way I want it. No, you say, I want this, and bring it to me in the best way that is in my highest and best good, right? And then watch things fall into place. So, and you could even give a time frame. Patience. We all need a little patience in this life, right? Especially in where we're living right now in this time frame. Good morning, Beth. How the hell are you, girl? You've been on my mind. So show a little patience, but give the universe the latitude to bring it to you what you need or what you want in life in the most effective way for you. not exactly the way you want it, but the best way in your highest and best good. So, yeah, when we instruct the universe on how we want things, that slows the process down. If it even brings it around at all. Just a little patience. Renee, I wish you could go to Sedona with us. So the My Mystical Life group, I got to stop saying membership. We are not a membership anymore after next Monday. But the My Mystical Life group is going to Sedona. We have some really incredible people that are going. We're going to be doing CE5 meditation. Angela is going to, I'm glad you understand. Angela is going to, Angela May is going to take us out to look at petroglyphs. She's an archaeologist. We have some different things that we're going to be doing, but we don't want to monopolize everybody's time while we're in Sedona. We want people to be able to go do what they want to do and have fun. I know I have people that want to go to the Grand Canyon, which isn't that far away. So we're not monopolizing everybody's time, but we do have a wonderful space to go to Sedona. We rented an Airbnb, a big Airbnb. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? I need to be more consistent now. Some days you just need to stop and take a breath. I feel the pressure of not having the horse outside, which is silly because they're in the stall, they're comfortable, they're eating, it's whatever. But I feel like I should have him outside, and that's where I'm sitting here going, okay, it's all good, it's all good. Okay, let's go with Kathy. Kathy. Kathy, how are you this morning? Are you having a good day? Okay. Sorry, Kathy, I pulled out the tarot cards. Good luck, Buttercup. Now that's all I'm going to hear, Renee, is Guns N' Roses. That's all I'm going to hear. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let me get comfortable. I am wonderful. I am wonderful. Getting my ducks in a row. You ever have that feeling like where none of your ducks, none of your ducks want to go in the correct direction? Kind of getting my ducks in the correct direction. No, our ducks like the neighbors. They don't even stay in our yard. Little assholes. Okay, this is for Kathy. Rut-row. Hold out the tarot. So I want to say, Kathy, that there's some things in life that you are holding yourself back from. And it's not that you're doing it consciously. It is you just haven't set yourself up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. You haven't set yourself up for success mentally on some things. So the first card I have here is Temperance. No, it's not. It's the Two of Cups. And they're talking about not having balance, not having the cooperation in life that you really feel like you should have. And it's a lot of indecision, or I'm not even going to say that. Yeah, I was wondering about that, Beth. I was like, this is the first baby we've had in many years that Beth hasn't come out and just seen. And he is the sweetest little guy. So this one is about finding little pieces of success, but not quite really feeling like you're moving forward and being successful. And this one is talking about not aiming really towards one thing that you really want, but allowing a lot of other things to cloud what you have a goal set as. So you're not really getting exactly what you want because you haven't set a solid goal. And they want you to kind of pay attention to that. Oh, and sometimes we have this issue where we meander and we're not quite sure how to bring about success in the areas that we're wanting it. So like, put the tarot away. But it's really talking about maybe a fear of success or a fear of moving forward into some areas that might be uncomfortable for you. And all of these cards are reversed. That one's about obstacles. And here's what's funny. I even flipped the deck of cards upside down because I thought, you know what? Maybe I have a deck of cards in my hand that needs to be shuffled a little bit more. Thank you, Doc. But they're talking about you need to give people that you have a lot of obstacles that have been placed in your way. But have you placed them there yourself? That's my question. Have you placed them there yourself because you haven't found the drive to make things happen in the way you want them to have happen? I mean, they're just like, oh my goodness. And this is what I'm going to land on. It's support yourself before you support others. So my question would be, are you giving so much of yourself to other people that you can't create a clear vision of what you want in your life? Because it just feels like there's forces around you that are like pick, 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 pick. No drive, no direction. You give a lot. You give a lot to others, but are you finding direction for yourself? And that's where they're like, hey, it's time to start pinpointing what you want in life. I was walking to the barn this morning thinking, I have no drive. I understand. I'm like, these animals depend on me, so I have to go do it. But boy, I really don't want to be out here. Just because I didn't really want to get out of bed. But here we are, right? Here we are. Wherever you find yourself, here you are. So start picking a direction. And as you pick a direction, you're going to find that you're picking up pieces of yourself along the way. Like, oh, I remember this about myself, and I remember that about myself. And all of a sudden, so you have some soul loss. You have some soul loss, which everybody does. You guys don't think that sounds a horrible thing. We all have soul loss. We do want to retrieve our soul fragments, and it can happen in this lifetime or other lifetimes. And you notice I didn't say past lifetimes because all of our lifetimes are happening all at the same time. So there's no time. That's only a human thing. But you're going to find pieces of yourself when you start giving yourself direction. And the big thing here is you need to start liking yourself. You need to start liking those aspects of what you've dropped off and bring them back to yourself and be okay with it. Be like, you know what? I was protecting myself at this time. This is why I dropped that down. It's back for me now. And it's okay. We're allowed to do that. We're allowed to do that. As a matter of fact, it's why we're here. To learn. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? It's just like, start bringing yourself back together. Right. Start bringing yourself back together. Mm-hmm. I want to go with Beth Fry. You have a lot of internal dialogue going on right now. They're like, talk to yourself. A lot of that going on. And some of those pieces might not, some of those little discussions you have with yourself might not feel gracious, or they might feel a little mean. Some of the discussions that you're having with yourself. Anger is a big thing right now. Anger is a big thing for you right now. And I'm not going to do a long reading for Beth because I know Beth. And it is, I know she's in a difficult stage in life right now. But I just know that her guides were like, talk. Be nicer. Be nicer to yourself. Victoria Peters, I keep doing the same thing. I want to make time and I want to come into your shop. And I just have not made it there yet. I have not taken the time to do so. But I think we should visit each other's shops. have some fun. Absolutely. Good day, Johnson. Good morning, Lisa. So Beth, make sure you are giving yourself the grace to allow small mistakes or not keep everything in order. You don't have to keep everything in order. And breathe. Oh my gosh, girl. Beth, breathe. Give yourself some air, all right? And for the love of all things holy, come out and see this baby horse. Baby horse time is important. You know that. He's here. He is the most personable little shit we've ever had. He really is. He's the cutest little guy. And it's a tradition. Beth Fry comes out and sees all the baby horses when they hit the ground. It's been years and years. Okay, moving on. Kitty get a whoop whoop in the room, you guys. This is for Doc Walls. Doc Walls, are you still here? Doc? What's up? I'm not even going to do that. Sorry. I want to come see your store. And you know what? My best friend in the world, Victoria, lives in Lambertville. So when I'm in town, it's because I'm going to her house. But I have a hard time sitting still anymore. Like I have a hard time being in one space. So I don't go over and do crafts at her house anymore. I come to town, do the running I need to do. I stop over at her place, and then I'm off again. I need to though. I need to chill. I need to have a craft day. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's do Doc. There is a lot of lag on the internet today. Did anybody else notice this? Like the internet, it doesn't matter what site I'm on. I've unplugged, I've plugged in. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Okay. Time to breathe, Beth. Time to breathe. Doc, I want to talk about Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which means you have some really monumental decisions coming up. Whether you know it or not right now, it's okay. When they do pop up, just know that the road less traveled might be the road for you. Yeah, the lag is crazy, right, Renee? It may seem as if the universe has given you shit on a stick. I'm sorry. No problem on YouTube. Awesome. Thank you, Aline. But you're going to have to go through a little bit of stuff to see the rainbow at the other side. But they definitely give, and I know the reason I go with Somewhere Over the Rainbow, you guys, is when that pops up, I know that somebody is going to have to take the left fork or the right fork on the yellow brick road, and they look totally different. And when they take me down the road less traveled, it is full of brambles and full of shrubbery and things on the path. And they're like, that is where you're going to learn your lesson. You can skip down this way over here and just not have any problems at all, but you're going to miss some crucial lessons in your life that are going to help you grow. Oh, the chocolate walk, Victoria. So much fun. I just bought all the truffles for it. So this chocolate walk is a lot of fun. We're also a chocolate and a wine stop. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. And I don't think there's like 100 tickets left, which trust me, that morning they'll disappear. Yes, it is. The chocolate walk is kind of fun. So Doc, the other thing I want to talk about is good morning, Samantha. Met me in Columbus with your friend. I remember you, Adrena. Adrena. Yes, I do remember you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So Doc, I also get this, my eyes tear up. Like I want to kind of cry, almost to the point where like my nose is stinging and I'm getting this, hi, Becky Fox. I'm trying to figure something out. I don't know if it's environmental. I don't know what's going on, but I get this. My eyes are burning. My nose is on fire. I want to start coughing stuff up, and it's almost like I'm getting. Good morning, Katrina. It's almost like I'm trying to bring up toxins out of my body. So I want to say maybe it's time to start looking at detoxing, and pay attention to what you're breathing in during the day. Do you have something in your house that's irritating your sinuses, or I know this is the weirdest information, or is there something that you're spraying that's maybe irritating? They're saying pay attention to that. It's time to start living healthier or something along those lines. Start paying attention to what your body's taking in, because it's going to reject it. I don't know. Maybe you know what it is. I don't know. I can't. That's not my job. My job is to give the information and you get to analyze it. And there we go. We move forward. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let me see who is here. Let me see who is here. You've been trying to quit it. Yes, maybe it's time to quit. Because it's like that burning. Actually, that is kind of what it does feel like. I used to smoke long time ago. And when you get that smoke that's really hot trapped up in your sinuses and it like that, keep your aunt we will keep your aunt in our prayers. She is in hospice. So very sorry, Katrina. Okay, let's see. Moving on. So I'm going to bring a piece of mediumship across. I have a lady over here. So the rules on mediumship are this, you guys. If you can claim them, 100%, 100%, everything I bring across, let me know. All right, I will ask, can you claim 100%? But this particular person, it's an older woman. She was somebody that had maybe lung cancer or throat cancer. She had oxygen at the end of her life. She coughed from deep in the chest. And when you heard her cough when she was alive, you would have gone, that don't sound good. You need to go see the doctor. You need to go see the doctor. That doesn't sound good. And come to find out, you feeling lonely in the room. Where are you at, Aline? You're on YouTube, right? Yeah. Yeah. We have two people on one YouTube and 3 people on the other YouTube. So this person also would have had a hard time hearing. She was older when she passed away. And there would have been something about an earring, maybe a pearl earring or something along those lines. I don't know if somebody has her pearls or has her earring, but that's just a little bit validator. Can anybody take that person, this older woman? By the way, Victoria, your baby's beautiful. Can anybody take this woman? 100%. Hi, Mandy. You can with the throat and lung cancer. Renee Shellum can take it 100%. Okay, Randy Scott, how are you this morning? So we'll Renee, can you tell me about the finger shaking? Do you understand the finger shaking, like the pointing at you or the pointing at her, like the finger shaking? I get this finger shaking. Renee Shellum, does that make sense to you? Very instructional. And why do we do mediumship, you guys? It's not so I can go, look what I can do. It is so that we can bring across the message at the other end of it that they want you to have. This is you're not sure. So this person wants to shake their finger at you, Renee. This person wants to shake their finger and be like, why are you doing that? Does that make sense? Don't you learn? I'm so sorry. Don't you learn? Why are you doing that? Does that make sense? She wants to be instructional. Tanya, good morning, is the other 100%. And you know how it goes, you guys. Piggyback messages, piggyback messages. Why are you doing that? Do as I say, not as I do? Probably yes. Good morning, everybody. So, Renee, I really am going to stick with Renee on this. I feel like you feel that energy around you. I feel like you know the messages. I know, and I know you. I know that you get messages. But this is some of your internal dialogue that when you talk about some of the things that you do, and here's the thing: I know you, but I don't know you. Like, I don't follow you around, right? So, um, they're talking about some of the things you talk about when you're doing things and chastising yourself is somebody else too. I used to pretend to chomp at it as a kid. Yeah, I mean, we know it, Tanya. Piggyback, right? Piggyback, absolutely. So why? So she pointed ruthlessly, did she? Oh my gosh. Um, oh, you would chomp at her finger. So the message here, whether it be for one or both of you, is when you're talking to yourself, pay attention to that dialogue. And it's not meant to be somebody telling you what to do, but somebody giving you a gentle push to say, hey, for your own interest, for your own good, let me help you, let me guide you. And some things are really, really hard to do. Some things we have to really think about, and we have to put our own thought in, and we can't always feel like we can follow just spiritual guidance, not just spiritual guidance, but spiritual guidance. We have to put the thought and the money behind things as well. Whatever. I don't understand that, but we have to take that first step. We have to take the first step to doing better for ourselves. Let's see. My mom had COPD and lost all hearing in 1 year. The finger is most likely the naughty finger, and joking with me. And yes, she is around all the time. It is a. Yeah. Absolutely, Tanya. That's why I'm like piggyback's a real deal here. It is. It's a real deal. I already got that message. Just take us piggyback. Perfect. Perfect. Um, I hope that helps you guys take all the aspects into account and move forward. All right, moving on. Hi, Teresa. How are you? So, unfortunately, we did not go to. I'm looking in the destinations for the streaming software. We did not make it to My Mystical Life Facebook for whatever reason. I haven't refreshed them all before I came on, so I don't know what the problem is. But so we are only on 3 platforms right now. She was a 3rd grade teacher, so the finger pointing was her teacher voice. Oh, gotcha. That's why I started mastering the mirror, pointing the finger at me, be soft, be compassionate. She meant it with love. Hard love isn't for everyone, right? Right. Absolutely. I was just tickled that this person come across because I was like, I'm reading. And I just had it. It was just something they wanted to reiterate in the moment. So uh, it was important to talk about right now, so that moving forward, that can be factored into moving forward. So anyhow. All right, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let me see who is here. I'm supposed to tell everybody. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm supposed to tell everybody to watch the skies. That just kind of popped in. Watch the skies. We're going to see some increased extraterrestrial activity, whatever you want to call it, UFO. What are they calling them now? UAPs or whatever. Why change it from UFO? I'm comfortable with UFO. I'm sorry. Why change shit? Uh, un, Unidentified aerial phenomena. Why? UFO. Stupid. Anyhow, but to watch the skies, we're going to see some things. There's going to be some lights. Watch for the purple lights. I have no idea. And I'm not talking about Starlink, everybody. Starlink. We all should know what Starlink looks like by now. I would say that Mother Energy came across for many. I would agree. You told me that in Columbus. I need to meditate soon. Watch the skies? Is that what I told you? Or is it about the mother? I have no idea. Columbus was so long ago. No, I would like to actually do the next Columbus one, which is in November, but it's right before we go to Egypt, and I'm not sure. And then we come back from Sedona, which everybody is welcome to go to, in September the 15th, which happens to be my husband and I's 36th wedding anniversary. 5th, 6th wedding anniversary. So. Oh, that you have connections to extraterrestrial. Gotcha. Yeah. So when they come across like that, they're usually like, it's not a fear thing, right? It's not a fear thing. It's a be aware that things are going on just out of our perception. Just out of our perception. So in my sitting here doing this, I would say that there's so much more in the skies than we see that is just outside of our visual range. So I'm going to put this right there with when we are walking around the house or wherever and we catch things out of the corner of our eye, and you turn to see, because you saw spirit, right? You saw a shadow and you turn to see it, and our cones and our rods and our eyes cannot see that wavelength. So when you turn, it's gone. I'm going to put the same thing to crafts in the sky. Like they're just outside our visual perception, but they're there. But there's just a little bit of shift in energy that's going to create. Isn't that interesting? Because I didn't think about that. They're like, there's just a shift in energy that's going to make it a little bit more visible for us. Interesting. By the way, nothing to be afraid of. We have been conditioned and trained to be afraid of things that pop up out of the sky for generations, right? And it is more there for observation and our good than it is for negativity. Not to say that there isn't anything negative. I'm just saying that there is good and bad in all. And even the one experience I've had, so if you guys are in, you're in. If you're not, you're not. You're going to get understand in a minute. Okay. Oh, especially you, Renee. And you, Tanya, up in those areas right up there where you are by that deep water. Yeah, you guys really have to watch. You really have to watch. Is there extra, do you think that there's extra sightings over top of the lake? And I'm not talking about Lake Erie. Now, I know we have sightings on Lake Erie, but I'm thinking that the deeper lakes have more sightings. So I have had a little bit of connection with reptilian. And not that I'm running around reptilian. I'm not their cheerleader or anything like that. But I was doing a trance mediumship class, and I wasn't teaching it. I was taking it because taking classes is always important. I was taking a class on trance mediumship, and we did working through light language, right? And writing light language. And I had never done it before. And actually, it's sitting right here. I can see it. I had an energy come through, and I was doing the light language and writing it all out, and I could read it. Now, I didn't understand at the time that you usually, if you're doing light language, don't necessarily know what it means. I just thought if you were writing it, you knew what it meant. So the teacher was telling us that that's not always the case, but I actually was able to decipher it through the emotion of it, and it was actually reptilian. And the main gist of it was that there's good and bad in all. There's good and bad in all, and that applies for the energies that we consider negative as well. Renee says, personally, yes, I do. I have witnessed a very strange phenomena on the water. Um, there's an area known as the Great Lakes Triangle that has swallowed up ships and freighters. I'm aware of that. Um, hasn't it been said that some of what we think is from space is actually from underwater? I will agree with this, Teresa. The other thing I will agree with is that underground. This is something I've experienced in meditation, just very, very spontaneously. McKinley, I was meditating one day, doing shamanic journey, ended up in Mount McKinley in a crystal community cave there, and also in Shasta. So, and those were not things that had entered my awareness at all. I hadn't thought about them. They were just something that popped up into my meditation. And I happened to be living on Hawaii at the time, and the energies there are very, very dynamic, and they will just take you to another level. I mean, they're just, if you're aware of it and you're sitting in it and you're connecting with the energy of the islands, which is, by the way, ancient Lemuria. It's the very, very crown of ancient Lemuria. Then you get to see all these really cool things. So I was really amazed to enter the underground tunnels and caves systems. But yes, underwater um, and underground. We're not going to go into all the I am not a conspiracy person, not that I don't believe them, but it is a matter of my brain doesn't hold that much information. So I just kind of go, when I'm listening to conspiracy theories. Anybody that sits with me, because there's a couple people on the feed that I've sat in a room with, and they talk about with Sam some of the theories that go around, and I'm just like sitting there and I glaze over. Mhm. Minerals and water attract as well. I absolutely believe that. I think that we have so much put into our environment to block us from communication. I just heard the other day, and this might be general knowledge, I don't know, that it is illegal for us to try and communicate with dolphins. Did you guys know that? It is illegal for us to try and communicate with dolphins. The only other species on the planet that has a brain that's used like ours and more, like 10% more of their brain is used, but we're not allowed to try and communicate with them. It is illegal to run a scientific thing unless it's done by the government. What the hell? What what are we missing? I want to know. So anyhow, but then again, if you look up the Dogman, the Dogon tribe, and start digging into dolphins and their connection to dolphins in the desert, all of these things are fascinating, and the connection that they have, talking about the dolphins actually coming from outer space and helping them build their civilization. Things to look up. Dogon, Dogon, Dogon tribe. Interesting stuff. Very interesting. You can go down a rabbit hole with that super quick. I did a class on it several years ago. It's in the membership, which, by the way, you guys, if you are members of the My Mystical Life membership, hopefully you saw the email that came out almost a month ago, that said that the membership is closing, which breaks my heart, but I have to get my ducks in a row and prioritize myself in my life at the moment. And next Monday is the final hoorah class of the membership. So that is going to be, I'll just, myself and Sam will be on there, and whoever wants to join in, and we're talking. But we do have classes this week still. And there's going to be a Facebook group, and it's up already. If you go to our Facebook page, My Mystical Life, blah, blah, blah. And I'll just work on that later. Right now, oh shit. Right now, this is where I'm going. Okay. Katrina, regeneration. Yeah. I'm just going to read the card because I know Katrina is very intuitive. So it's a really pretty card. And it just kind of fell out for you. It says, Lizard, regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation, put on your new cloak. You are the master of regeneration. And this, I'm sure, is all about you moving to your own apartment. I'm sure. I think it's their. It's because there's communication that could be had with them, Renee. I'm really, really sure that's why. Anyhow. Hello. Hi. How are you guys? Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get a witness? So we are still going to Sedona. Please don't think that just because the membership is disbanding on Kajabi that we are disappearing. We are still doing fun things. We still are going to Sedona. We have a lot of stuff that's going to be going on there. And we still want to gather as a community, right? This is still part of that. We have wonderful conversations in the sidebars over here. So why miss out on all those things just because we're not organized in a one little private little group, right? And also you have until the 15th to download any classes that you would like. If you can't download the classes, please let me know which ones you are looking for. And I will try to get them to you. I had a computer meltdown not that long ago. Good morning, Sherry Ann. How are you? Okay, let's go with... let's go with Lisa Blosser. Lisa, I'm sorry you're getting tarot cards. Oh, okay. It's time to start doing some things differently, Lisa. It's time to start changing up some of the things you do in life. Move your coffee pot, your whatever you use on a regular basis. Start creating some change. And it may not seem as if that's a big deal, but it absolutely is for you. Start looking at things through a new lens. You have new opportunities popping up for you. And they're like, hey, grab that by the horn. Make some things happen in your life. Shake some things up. It's totally fine to shake things up. Okay. Because you, my darling, are in charge of your energy. You have to be the one, this is the Empress, you have to be the one that's going to move forward and create the change because nobody's going to do it for you. That is for everybody. Nobody can create change for you but you. And if you're waiting for somebody else to do it, good luck with that. Your next card is the Tower card. It says, if you're not going to shake it up, the universe is going to still do it regardless. Everything gets torn down and everything gets rebuilt. And it's okay. Tower card is just change. That's all it is. Some things in life right now may not feel as if they're there for your own benefit. It is time to let that shit go. Don't revolve in other people's dumpster fires. We all have our own dumpster fires we're working on. Put those things out and just move forward, because then you're saying you have everything you need to create the world you want, to create the things you want in life. It's all, you have it right there. But you have to create some change to make it happen. And this says, take the time out, and you may not know what the hell I'm talking about. Take time out and you'll figure it out. Take the time to give yourself a moment to breathe, and you'll figure out exactly what needs to change, because it feels like this is a thing that you just do. You just do it all the time because you've always done it. Let that go and let the new things come in. Because if you continue running the same pattern, there is no, oh shit, my package is here. There is no change. Change is growth. Okay, I got to go sign for a package, you guys. I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to try and be on again tomorrow morning. I'm trying to work my mornings so that I can still go work. And, oh no, I'm off. I'll be on tomorrow. Woohoo! All right. I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful afternoon. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine because you are. And may the light be with you always. All right. Bye, guys.